Okay guys, welcome back. Alright, aggregate supply. Okay, one of the things that I want you to know is that the short run and the long run aggregate supply curve at times move in tandem together. Where one goes, the other one goes. The other one follows. Okay, so let's just identify those curves. So again, the labelling's implied. So this curve here is the long run aggregate supply, and it's for a particular point in time, and it identifies the maximum quantity of real goods and services that the economy can produce at that particular time, T1. So it represents what we call potential real GDP, or Y subscript P. Okay, well that's pretty much okay. This one here is the short run aggregate supply curve going in. Now how does this one work? Is that as the price level goes up, the quantity supplied goes up in the short run. How could that be? Alright, just turning the page. So the best way is to look at things on a per unit basis. So what we're talking about is the cost of a good or a service, and so what we've got here is the selling price. What we've got here is the cost of production, and we take that away from price and we're left with the profit per unit. Now look, if we assume that the production costs are fixed for a period of time, and they will be because of supply contracts, and if the price level goes up, if this goes up, what it generally means is that the selling price goes up. Well, you know that the profit is going to go up. And what are you going to do if you're a business person? You're going to supply more. The quantity supplied is going to go up. So does that check out? Well, let's just put it in here. Here's our short run average cost curve. Price level, that quantity is going to be supplied. Price level goes up, and a greater quantity is going to be supplied. Yeah, it all checks out. Give that the big red tick. All right. Now, what causes these two curves to move at the same time? What do you mean, Kim? Well, look, let's just model that. So, the economy never sleeps, you know that. We've talked about that. And so, here's our long-run aggregate supply curve. It's moved out. Our productive potential has increased over time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in its companion short-run average cost curve. So this is the thing, isn't it? Where one goes, the other one goes. All right, well, what could possibly move those two curves together at the same time? That's a good question. Well, I need to introduce you to this thing here, the production function. I think we've talked about it before, but what this is saying is, look, the quantity of real goods and services produced in the economy in the long run will increase if you increase the size of the labour force, or if you increase the capital goods, or the capital stock, or if you increase the level of investment. So here we go. So what we know is if the labour force increases, then the quantity supplied is going to increase at each and every price level. If we have more capital stock, then the quantity supplied is going to increase at every price level. So what we're talking about shifts, aren't we? So it's going to be increasing at every price level, at every price level. All right, let's just quickly well, there are two other reasons that will cause that both of those curves to move out together, in other words, to move in tandem. Another one is discovery of new resources. It's going to cause that the quantity supplied to increase at each and every price level. And what's the other one? Well, hopefully you're saying advances in technology. Yep. So there are the four reasons that move both the long-run aggregate supply curve and its companion short-run aggregate supply curve. Alright, sometimes though, that short-run aggregate supply curve is a bit sneaky, and sometimes it moves on its own without the long-run aggregate supply curve moving. What do you mean, Kim? Well, look, let me just draw you the little demo. Sometimes the short-run aggregate supply curve will move on its own accord. Alright, but what are the possible reasons for this? Well, there are a couple, but I'm only going to discuss one with you. Alright, and it's the one that I would assess in. Okay. So, what we're talking about, if there's a change in resource prices, and really if it's unexpected. So what I'm talking about is a negative supply shock. So suddenly the price of petrol goes up. Okay, so the economy was here. It was intending to be here, but we've had some intervening news that the price of petrol has, say, doubled. And so that means that costs go up. It means that selling price doesn't change. It means that profit goes down, doesn't it? And so at each and every price level, you're going to, as a business person, you're going to want to supply less, aren't you? So that's why the aggregate supply curve, the short-run aggregate supply curve moves left. All right, well look, this is short and sharp. I've spoken quickly, but the good thing is that we're going to go over this kind of stuff in class. This is just to give you a preview. All right, so I'll catch up.